act that fool. Hit 'em, 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 hit 'em. Smash 'em up, watch that move. Wind too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit 'em, 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 hit 'em. Listen, 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 listen. It's Eagles talk, let's talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat Shelley, Dante the Dark Child. Drop the stats on them, drop the facts on them. Spur King, baby, let's get it on.
Hey fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight. Welcome to another edition of Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. You hear me? The #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. We're not broadcast journalists. We're just fans just like you, and we come and we talk with you about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, so you're looking at the screen right now. You just see a picture of my beautiful face right now, and that's because my actual face doesn't look that beautiful right now because I'm going through some eczema flare-ups. My eyes, rash around my eye, on my neck, all this stuff. I don't have a makeup person here at home, so I thought I would save you guys from seeing me look like the creature from the Black Lagoon and just have my picture up there today. But we will have on our very handsome co-host in just a second, so just bear with us today. We missed you guys last week. I did not want to skip another week of conversating with you guys, so I said this would be the best way for me to have a show and not scare the hell out of you guys. So let me let me just bring my co-host in here in a second. Let me I'm still doing boom, bingo, and I think this will do it. Host right there. Make sure I got you guys on the audio. And we do. All right, so I'm going to bring in the guys now. All right, guys, what's up?
Boom.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, family?
All right, man. We got a little talked about. You know, it's not a lot going on, but you know, it's always something to talk about when it's our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. I think we'll talk about the NFL's plans on opening thus far, training camps and stuff like that. But before anything, you know, Pat, what has to happen?
Oh, we got to do shots.
I know that's right.
We
tell them we
definitely
drinking
gotta do
today.
shots. We got the Rocks, Terramana Tequila.
Terramana
The
Tequila
Rocks.
from The Rock. This was a special request from my brother.
Yeah.
And I was surprised because he's not a tequila guy. So
I'm not a tequila guy at all.
I went and got it.
All right,
I'm not
look,
going to say where I went to get it because I
so
think I was supposed.
let me start the first quarter then.
You're now listening to the first quarter.
All right, so that's it. First quarter. If you are new to Eagles Talk, you need to know that we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverages as we do that in the form of shots. So they just announced to you what they are drinking. They're drinking tequila. I'm doing, you can't see me, but I'm doing shots of the Crown Royal, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So everybody, raise your glass, and let's do this. To our Philadelphia Eagles, welcome back. Thank you, guys. 1, 2, 3, down the hatch.
Good to be back.
That's not bad.
That's actually good.
That's
Oh,
not
that's
bad.
Oh, that's actually really good.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
Wow.
pretty tasty.
All right, so
I didn't even lime nothing. That was
all right.
All right, Rock.
all right, I'm gonna go to some comments out here because you guys are our fourth co-host. So let me just see who was first in the room. I think it was Jermaine Blair says, "What up, fam? What up?" Sissy 2 is out there. Hey, Sissy. Hello, my guys.
What up, man?
Says. Eddie is there. He says, "What's up, my amigos?" What's up, Eddie? Daphne is there. What's up, family? Eddie, NFL announcing football in September, news of the week. I didn't think they were going to miss any time. I mean, they've missed OTAs. They have missed some time, but I didn't think that the season would be pushed back. You know why? Because I think the NFL is such a conglomerate that, I mean, outside of the government, the next most powerful entity in America to me is NFL football. That's just the way I believe. I mean, they make things happen. They're like the government. They make things happen. All right, Jamar, Jamar is watching. We welcome you guys. Robert, Tom Coe, Fly Eagles Fly. Sissy also says Fly Eagles Fly. Shelbo's watching. Everest in there. Dante, is it allergies? I missed what was causing the problem. I don't know. It might be the allergies, man. I mean, this has been a horrible allergy season for me, so maybe that's what helped flare it up. But yeah, I'm not looking too hot right now. Lenny, are we bringing in another free agent running back, or are we good with our current running backs? All right, we're going to get into that. All right, so like I said, I don't think outside of the OTAs that have been like virtual sessions now, the teams are only doing like virtual sessions with the position groups and stuff like that, and that's good because the new guys coming in they have to go over the playbook and they get to do it in a classroom style setting. Only thing is they don't get any grass time, so it's kind of hard to see how much they comprehend. Or how much they soak up. They grasp in just the classroom setting. So they're missing that, and that's only going to really affect, I think, the rookies coming in. The veterans are going to be pretty much familiar with the scheme and stuff like that. Outside of the free agents we just signed, so but everybody has to go through that. So it's not like nobody's getting an unfair advantage or anything like that. But I foresee that the training camps will be on time. They're starting to open the country back up. New Jersey announced, Pennsylvania even announced that sporting teams can get together again. Jersey, the same thing, which really doesn't affect the Eagles, but it does the Sixers and other teams in town. But so that's a good thing. So states are starting to open back up. There's going to be some change. It's not going to look like it was before they closed it. We're going to have to do social distancing and stuff like that. And I don't know how they're going to do that in football. But, I don't know how you social distance in football when you got to block the guy in front of you. But, I think they'll get by with that. What are you guys' thoughts?
They were talking about putting some type of we're talking about. I was listening to NFL Network. You were talking about the NFL is trying to develop. They got some guys developing a face mask that has some type of like the medical mask over the over the grill, underneath the grill of the face mask for when guys are in close quarters and they make contact. Yeah, but my thing is
that's not gonna fly.
That's not gonna fly because. Football is a contact sport. It's a violent sport. I'm a bleed on you and sweat on you, but I'm not going to breathe on you. Like I don't know how that's.
Let me give you some insight about a mask on. All right, I wore a visor a couple games that we played, and it got humid, it got hot, and if something that you're not used to, or something that if you're not used to it, it's very difficult for you to adjust to it at first. Now there are players that wear it religiously because they're so used to it. They need it for their eyes. They need it just for a fashion statement and stuff like that.
Barry Sanders.
But they would tell you too. You see them take the helmets off and wiping it up. You can only imagine if they put like a visor down below by your mouth.
No, they said it's some type of medical cloth.
Yeah,
that's not underneath the
Nah, that's not.
I
did hear that.
That's what I was. That's what they were talking about.
But you know what? Football is a contact sport. Being though it's a contact sport, being able to avoid each other is going to be is not possible. You have to block. You have to tackle. Shoot, the quarterback is the center almost every single play.
Yeah, he's touching his anus.
Hey. This is a family-friendly show.
I didn't say it.
Sometimes.
I didn't say the word.
But you know what? I think what it is that if they're training and they're staying in their healthy state and they're all together around this thing, That's the best thing that's going to happen. I mean, listen, we're not coming no closer to a vaccine or a cure for what's going on. It's going to be what it is going to be. America can't be without sports too much longer. Riot is a nation.
Yeah.
But in general, I don't think that mask thing will work in the sport of football. Now in basketball, they could do whatever. In baseball, you're already social distancing.
Yeah, you're 90 you're 90 yards from each other.
Well,
anyway.
not necessarily 90 yards. You're far from each other, except at home plate. But in football, you need that ability to block, the ability to tackle, and that comes with actually physically grabbing another individual. So
Well,
I don't see how
I
they
never grabbed anyone.
Well, let me say this. If they do their testing, if they do their due diligence in preparing for football to come back, then I'm going to assume that each player and everybody's going to be tested. So there's not going to be a positive person. I mean, a person that tests positive for COVID-19 on the field. And if that's the case, then the football could be played like it's supposed to be played. You can make contact. If I'm positive, you're positive. We're all positive. I mean, I'm sorry, negative. If we're testing negative and we don't have the COVID-19, we can be in close proximity with each other. But what happens for the next game? Like, they probably going to have to do testing like every week just to make sure that the combatants on the field, the participants, are all
every 2
negative.
days.
Yeah, so I can see that being.
It sounds like they're gonna do testing every 2 days.
Yeah, I can see that, and they have the money.
I would
to do
do this and I can say this from the collegiate experience. I remember when I was on campus and I lived in a football house. Everybody got the flu in one of our dorm rooms. I'm not going to say the name, but the coach told basically if you didn't live in that dorm room, don't go to that dorm room. And all the athletes that didn't live in that particular dorm room, we never got sick. You know what I mean? So if you're an athlete, and let's say you play for the Eagles, or let's say you play for the Jets or something like that, I would put all of those guys in one proximity, so that way they don't have to worry about being interacting with someone else that's at least for the length of the season. You know what I mean? So they don't have to worry about contracting anything from somebody else.
You know what? I heard something like this, and it was on one of the local radio shows. They should put the players up at the stadiums and put them in the club boxes, right? And they should stay there the whole season. So when they go to other team facilities, they stay in club boxes. Man,
the club boxes are luxurious for watching a football event, but it's not a livable situation. I don't think that'll work.
Yeah, not
you can't. I don't think you can ask multi-millionaires to stay in a club box. Nah, that's not gonna. I don't think that'll help or that'll work. But I think that
real situation.
I believe that they can play football. I think they can do that as long as the testing is current, and frequent. So. I think that'll be okay. The biggest adjustment will probably be no fans in the stadium.
The fans.
There's not going to be any fans in the stadium. I can foresee that. I don't know if it'll be the whole season, but until there is a definite cure, vaccination out there, that we can, all feel very comfortable in people gathering, I don't think there's going to be people in the stadium. Now, how is that going to be? I said, look, you play Madden, there's no people in the stadium when you play Madden. What do? They pipe in the crowd noise, don't they? They got crowd noise for every situation on the field. Why can't we do that with the NFL games? With no players in the field, we pump in some Madden-like audible crowd noise or whatever, and simulate that type of excitement. I'm for that.
It's not the same. I practice in that type of environment, and then played when I played at Youngstown in front of 55,000.
Listen, wait a minute. What? So we played football together. You went to high school. You went to a high school where some games you didn't have fans, but people that maybe showed up there from school once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
Right? We played in a semi-pro team that basically our fans was just the players at 120. But we still got we were still
two-time national champions.
But we were still focused on the game.
Yeah.
So I mean, crowd noise is a determining factor of some things, but when you're playing a game, you actually block that out.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like I said, I played in front of 55,000 before, and after the play, when the play is over, then you hear the people. You actually, when the play is actually going on, you kind of block everything out. You don't hear anything.
We're pixelated.
Yeah, you guys were pixelated a lot, but it's not. I don't think that what I'm proposing is necessarily for the players as much as it's for the viewing audience out there watching, to get to simulate like a real experience on TV. The guys out there, you played in front of 55,000 and you played in front of 5.5 too. So it doesn't matter to you guys on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter to you. You guys going to play football.
Listen,
no matter
if it's not
what.
over 100,000 people out there,
right? And once they hike the ball, football players
if
are
it's
going
not
to
over
play
100,000 people there,
I think the crowd noise would be more for
Yeah, you're going to play
the
football.
watching
You're not going to
audience.
hear
Yeah,
that.
you're not going to be worried about that. So I would say that would be for the viewing audience. Let me go to some comments out there and see what these guys are saying. Number one, they're saying that you guys are pixelated like heck. All right, so Everett is kind of going off. I've been watching you, Everett. Everett's going off because he says Tom Brady's cheating down there in Tampa Bay already, working out with his crew and all that, which that I don't mind. I know everything's supposed to be on equal ground, but if that's what he's doing, then God bless him. That's the competitiveness in him, and I hope that our team will be doing the same damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you could get together, man. We see who's that? Who's the Ravens coach Lamar Jackson working out with Antonio Brown and his other receiver and stuff like that. You gotta get together.
Players
man.
are working out.
Right. You gotta get together.
Players are working out.
Michael Vick's been giving him a lot of tutoring too. I heard Michael Vick's been actually helping him in the classroom.
No, he's not helping in the classroom. He's tutoring.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
tutoring.
look.
Mike Vick was in the classroom, though.
Well, look. That's the end of the quarter. Yeah, that is the end of the quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right. So here we are, second quarter. Let's get this thing started.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
Oh, you guys can't hear the drops or anything, but I did add in the end of the quarter. You didn't hear it. So we do have, and that's the end of the quarter. It's back. All right. So anyway, you are watching Eagles Talk, the number one Eagles coverage show on Facebook by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And if you're new to the program, then you need to understand that this is not a hoax. When those guys are not pixelated, you will see them take a shot glass and drink what seems like an alcoholic beverage. That's because on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage and a beer too. We chase it with a beer most of the time, and we like to talk about our Philadelphia Eagles. So everybody out there, we ask you guys. This is a participant show. So we need participation show. So we need you guys to join in. Let me know what you're drinking out there as we raise our glass. I'm doing the Crown Royale. Those guys are doing tequila. You guys let me know what you're doing, and let's count it down. 3, 2, 1.
That's good.
All right.
That was chill. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can drink that straight.
Yeah,
All right. So
I gotta put that in the freezer.
let's see what I'm gonna go to some comments right here. See what the people are saying. So yeah, like I said before, I don't have a problem. Tom Brady, if he's trying to do that, we should be doing that. Carson Wentz should be doing that. I saw the fans aren't allowed to go to games. That's BS.
Carson Wentz, right? He would have been, yeah.
Tony Burns says footy in. Well, I can't understand that emoji. Played in empty stadiums,
Australia.
recorded crowd noise. Games were telecast at old drive-in theaters for people to watch from their cars. There is a cure. Everett's getting into the conspiracy joint. Oh,
That's
no.
old school.
There's a cure. All right, fans should be able to go in the clubhouse. You guys look great in pixels. Ever said you guys look great in pixels. They never did this for flu. People take the risk they want. It's like a 99.97% survival rate when you remove the over 60% murder by nursing home serial killers. Oh, okay. We're getting into the political part of it. All right. So Richard says Crown Royal chasing with Bud Light. Oh, all right, Richard. I'm chasing it with a Stella, but yeah, Crown Royal does good for me. All right, so any more this roster? Let's talk about the roster, current roster. So I don't think this roster is done. I don't. Normally, this is a time where probably about 90, I would say 97% at this point. 97% chance that this roster will be complete if this was a normal situation, but we are in the coronavirus pandemic. So at this point, I still think there's going to be a body or two that's going to be added to this current roster before we go to training camp. And one of the names floating out there, or the position that I think a body will be added to, will be the running backs. I think we still are looking for a veteran running back to add to the running back room there. And you know that the name that's floating out there, a lot of people want to see come back, is Shady McCoy. What do you guys feel about Shady McCoy? Let me say this first to Shell. He was very hyped about the possibility when he heard about the rumor that Carlos Hyde might be coming in.
Carlos Hyde.
He had a little drizzle in his pants.
I called him at 3 in the morning.
Yes, he called me like 3 in the morning. Don, we about to get Carlos Hyde.
It was like 3 in the morning.
I'm like, all right, man. Go back to sleep, man. I'm sleep.
Man,
if it happens, it happens.
He's like, yo, I gotta be to work in 3 hours.
Yes, you know what I mean. So he was happy about that, but Carlos Hyde is not coming. He signed elsewhere. So there are a few backs still out there, and one is Shady McCoy.
Very upsetting.
Tell me, and you guys in the room also, let me know what your feelings are about possibly bringing back Shady McCoy. Starting with you, Pat.
There are rumors about Shady McCoy coming back. Of course, what you just said. If anything, I think if we do sign Shady, it's not going to be to a long-term deal. Of course, it's going to be a 1-year contract. It's just going to be something for filling. Our running backs is pretty much set right now, if you believe it or not. We have Boston Scott, Miles Sanders, and Corey Clement, with Elijah Holyfield bringing up the rear as a fourth running back. But we do have some other running backs in the stable. Mike Warren, undrafted rookie free agent from Cincinnati. He's about 5'10", 220 pounds. He's a bruising running back. He complements Miles Sanders' style.
Yeah.
Then if you were to bring in a little Shady McCoy, you have to do it close to training camp. He's not going to be a guy where you bring in right now. You would probably bring him into after the first week of training camp, after you see what you really have with these guys. Devontae Freeman is another name out there. His style is kind of. I look at him. He's been an injury-prone guy through his career.
Can't stay
healthy. But when he's healthy, he does some good things. But the one thing I noticed that he cannot do is pick up the blitz.
Yeah.
And in this offense, you need our running backs to pick up the blitz. And for that, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Devontae Freeman. I never have been a fan of Devontae Freeman. I'll more or less see us later on in in a training camp. You know, definitely bringing in Shady McCoy. If do bring in Shady McCoy, it will be during training camp, not before training camp.
All right. What do you
kind of reiterate a few things? Shady. Kind of reiterate on what Pat said. A few things about Shady is he's a Swiss, what you call a Swiss Army knife. He can pick up the blitz. He can catch the ball out the backfield. He has some off the field issues with females, and
It's in the past now.
It's in the past now.
It's way in the past.
Yeah, it's in the past now. I just said that.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you to bring it up.
Because we're talking about Shady.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's in the past. I had the opportunity to play collegiate ball with his cousin, so I've been knowing Shady for a very long time. He's good on the field, and I think bringing him back, he loved being here in Philadelphia. The whole Chip Kelly break up the team thing probably put a little nasty taste in his mouth at that particular time, but he always loved Philadelphia. He's a kid, played at Pitt, so him coming back home, I think, will rejuvenate some of his attributes. I think we need another. Like I said, I was really looking forward to getting Carlos Hyde because Carlos Hyde is a bigger back. Shady's not a huge back. He's only 210, 215 pounds, but he is somebody that can pick up the blitz and can definitely cut down that DN coming off the edge.
I want to say this about Shady. It's a reason why Andy Reid made him a healthy scratch during the playoffs. It's something that we don't know about Shady was going on. He has diminishing skills. Don't get me wrong. When he did play for the Chiefs last year,
he was monster.
He averaged about almost 5 yards a carry. He did some good things, but he's definitely on the wrong side of 30. And we gotta look at our team for the future. We're trying to get younger. We're not trying to get older. We're not trying to add players on the wrong side of 30. One thing I did like about Joe Banner when he was our head of personnel here, any player that went over 30, it was 30 years old, he got rid of him for assets.
But you can't do that in today's NFL. Man.
You still can do that in today's NFL.
Steelers don't do it.
I don't know. I mean, I did appreciate that aspect of Joe Banner to a certain degree because I think there are certain situations where you need to a certain degree, you need to make an exception, and it proved true when we won the Super Bowl. We won the Super Bowl with some key veterans on the team, and I don't think those veterans would have been there if this was under Joe Banner's
they were way past 30.
They were past 30, so
but they served
their purpose. I understand
those
that.
Key veterans served as key their purposes. Yeah, I mean, Shady comes in here. What purpose does he? He has the same running style as Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders and Shady McCoy is almost a
copycat. I agree.
I mean, Shady has a little bit more shake, but at his age, he's not bringing that same shake to the game. Will he be a good mentor to a Miles Sanders?
I believe he would.
But right now, we need a bruiser back to complement his style.
Yeah, I agree with you. We need a bigger back,
especially in the playoffs. A bigger back. I'm not crazy with his character issues. Not at this point in his career. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I wouldn't have anyone with questionable character issues, but their reward will have to far outweigh their risk. And at this point in his career, I don't think the reward for taking a person with some character issues is worth it. And like you said, Pat, I don't look past that. There was a reason that he was a healthy scratch in Kansas City. They didn't even let him play in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. So there's something behind the scenes that we don't know about. If it wasn't injury, why else did he not let Shady play? You know what I'm saying? So it's those things
that's kind of fishy, to think about that.
Those type of things with his history, his past history. I'll kind of pass on Shady. I'll pass. I'm with you. I'll rather go with the young guys. And if he's out there and we have an injury or something and we need to bring somebody, then maybe we'll consider him then. But
I definitely bring him. He could play football. He's a football player.
Right. All right. Let me go to some comments.
Yeah, he's definitely a football player.
But let me go to some comments. I hope you and your family staying safe. All three of y'all. Justin says that. Thank you, Justin. We hope that you are doing the same. Likewise. Also, with all you guys, I hope everybody's out there staying safe and staying coronavirus free, because I drink a couple Coronas, got one in the refrigerator now. So I'm not saying stay Corona free, but stay coronavirus free. Okay? Richard says, I would just use what we have. Let's go with the young guys. I'm with you on that one, Richard. Everett says, for the right price, I'm good with McCoy for depth. I would have to need him first. I think we have a pretty deep running back room right now, although some of them are very young. But I think we can get by with these guys. We got like our top three running backs are veterans. They played in this league. So Corey is back. He might be considered a little injury prone now, but hopefully he's not. Miles Sanders and Boston Scott. That's not a bad thing. All right, so that's the end of the quarter here.
And that's the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the second quarter. So, again, you guys are watching Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. Let us begin the third quarter.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
All right, and if you're new to Eagles Talk, you need to understand we like to talk about our favorite football team. That is the Philadelphia Eagles, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage. This week, I am partaking in the Crown Royale. My partners here are drinking some tequila. You guys have let me know.
Terramana.
Yeah, somebody's drinking Crown
Bud
Royal
Rock.
out there, chasing it with Bud Light. Let me know what you're drinking as we raise our glass and we do this shot. So here we go. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1. Oh, darn. Didn't even get the applause up.
It's nice.
Yes. Yes, it is nice. And I'm going to be nice after the show is over. Okay. All right. So let me see. What are they saying out here?
It's actually really smooth.
It takes Tony Burns says it takes Dougie to mid-season to remember we have running backs on the roster anyway. Yeah, I hope it doesn't take him that long. I mean, we're gonna have weapons,
No, I
man,
really hope it doesn't
but I
take
think
him that long, man.
the speed is going to open up some things for the run, and I think we can take
Can we
advantage
talk
of that.
about the speed, man?
Yeah, let's talk about the
Yeah.
speed. We
Can
got
talk about the speed. I know we
Right.
briefly got into it. We didn't get in depth into what we have. We have a 4x1 team.
Yep.
We have a 4x1 team out there, and we have substitutes for that 4x1 team. Now, the thing about it is, you say, can these guys play football? You can be fast as you want to be. Well, Marquise Goodwin has proven when healthy, he's
He's a
dynamic
monster.
wide receiver.
Yeah.
Deshaun Jackson is the leader of receivers over 50-yard touchdowns.
Yeah, the leader of the
He's
pack.
a dynamic receiver, even at his age.
He's number one in the NFL for most catches over 50 yards.
Yeah. Then you go look at the rookie Jalen Rager. When he had a decent quarterback, he put up over 1,000-yard season. He was pretty much on par with Tyreek Hill far as speed wise when he broke that mile per hour down for him. Then you look at the guys that we got on the end part of the draft. John Hightower is 6'2". He ran a 4.42. He's a speed guy. He doesn't that 4.42 equates differently on the field with him because he's a strider. He's a smooth runner. Then I think the hidden gem in our draft class is going to be Quez Watkins. Even though he didn't go against prime defenses in his time at Southern Mississippi, he had breakaways.
I'm gonna say this, man. I understand it's not the Big Ten or the SEC, but that conference is a good conference, man. You got a lot of athletes that come out of there. You maybe a guy didn't get a certain number on SAT, or he instead of him being in the top 300, he was in lower class, and he didn't wind up in.
What happens every year? Look at Mac from Khalil Mack. He went to Buffalo.
In Buffalo.
Right? He's the best defensive player.
When he played against my team, when he played against Ohio State, I said, "Yo, who is this dude?" It was crazy.
You have that happen every year. But the thing about what I'm trying to reiterate is about the speed of the team. Now, these guys can translate that speed to the skill level of the NFL
on game day.
It opens everything up for, of course, the tight ends. Opens everything up for the running backs. Now, this makes Miles Sanders more dangerous. This makes
now you put him in space.
Scott more dangerous.
You put him in space.
Now, these defenses got to think, we got to play a cover 2 man. We got to play a cover 3. We can't have our safety. We can't have 8 in the box like we did with them last year. We can't do that.
Yeah, you can put 8 in the box if you want to.
Yeah.
Bombs over Baghdad.
Man, listen. I'm a mark my words right now. Mark my words right now. Jalen Rager is going to have an outstanding rookie year. Barring injury, he will be he will be close to breaking a rookie record.
I'm just glad that we don't have to throw to the tellers at the Wawa or the lawn chairs that be in front.
One of the lawn chairs is going to make the team.
The lawn chairs they had to be in front of Walmart.
One lawn chair is going to make the team. I believe Greg Ward still has that stop position sold up. He did some good things down the stretch.
Yes, he did.
So that's why I'm so interested in how this training camp is going to go, and as far as the player wise, how we going to break the wide receivers. I think we're going to have 7 wide receivers. Don't get me wrong. Everybody's predicting 6. I think we're going to have 7 wide receivers on the roster.
And we may need them because, as we saw in the past couple of years, It was a position that took a hit injury-wise each year. So we may need those guys. As you can see, last year we were throwing to practice teamers and the such. So we have a lot of speed, and hopefully these young guys are. I don't care who it is that emerges. I just want. I want a couple of these guys to emerge. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's Hightower or Watkins or Rager. As long as one or two, or I hope they all can ball. That's what I'm hoping. I mean, that's what you hope when you draft a player. You know what I mean? You're hoping that
that's true.
They're going to be productive, good players, and you really don't care what round you get them in. I don't care if it's Quez Watkins. If he emerges as a top receiver, I'll take it. But we do have a lot of speed coming onto the team, and I think that is going to help Carson Wentz a lot. He showed a lot, man, down the stretch last year, throwing to those lawn chairs, as Shell referred to them as. But they did a great job. They had confidence. He had confidence. He had confidence in them, and he actually made them better receivers. You know what I mean? He made them better receivers, man. He was not scared to throw the ball up. That one, I still can't forget that one catch in the end zone by Ward when he caught it when back of the end zone to seal. I think it's the Giants game.
Yeah, against the Redskins.
That was, Redskins game. Okay, that was a great catch right there, man. That was Carson having confidence in those young guys, man, and allowing them to go up and make a play. And if that continues, man, I don't think we're going to have too much of a distraction with the veteran there. What's my man? He's still on the team. Jeez.
Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah, Alshon Jeffrey, yeah. I don't think we're going to have too much of a distraction because I don't think he's going to be ready by the beginning of the year anyway. So Carlson's going to have a lot of time to be able to work with these young guys and build a repertoire with them and build their confidence by going to them. And I just hope they're ready to perform on the big stage.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
I agree with you.
All right, let me go to some comments.
These guys.
All right, so backing up a little bit. Everett says, my only concern is O-linemen, but hopefully they stay healthy and the young guys learn fast. Yes. Palatero says, is Alshon going to be on the team? We are near June already. I think he's going to be here. I really do. But I don't think he's going to be ready by the beginning of the year.
I think he's going to be a PUP.
Yeah, he's going to be a PUP.
Yeah.
I think Miles is going to have a crazy season this year. I do too. Quentin says that. Quentin, Raina White is watching. Thanks, Raina, for tuning in. Everett says, I love the speed on offense. Speed kills. If Wentz can't find an open receiver, something is wrong. I don't think that's going to be a problem because he found the open receiver when they were throwing the practice squad players. Howie will have a lot of linemen and will have to trade wide receivers. Will Howie make a trade? I don't know. Is Whiteside playing the slot? Whiteside.
No, he's a barrier. JJ Arcega-Whiteside.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
He
might not make the team.
Wait a minute. He's making the team.
How's he making the team?
The thing about it, you invested a second round pick on this guy last year.
Yeah.
If you don't get any good trade value for him, if you're not going to be able to get like a first round draft pick off of him, he's making his team. All right, that's for the simple fact. The thing about JJ Arcega-Whiteside is that he's not a slot receiver. He's a boundary type of receiver. He's quintessentially the Alshon Jeffrey replacement. He's the guy that go up and get the ball. He didn't show it last year. I don't know what was wrong with the guy, but you saw single flashes of what he can do. He has the ability. He has to be better.
JJ better put his slippers on.
And I think
the coach will call him upstairs.
I think more heads.
Tell him to bring his playbook.
The wide receiver coach that we have. I think he's going to help him elevate his game this year.
Hey Don.
Yo.
I've been in Arena League. I've been to some NFL camps. When they say coach needs you upstairs and bring your playbook, you know what you put on? You put your slippers on because you need to be real comfortable when you get in that room. So he need to invest in some good slippers. They're gonna tell him to come upstairs and bring his playbook.
I don't.
He's not making that team with them.
I don't know if they're gonna.
I'm gonna send him some acetone.
Just because the same thing Pat is talking about is a second round pick, I don't think they're going to give up on him so easily after the second round pick. All right, but that's the end of the third quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, you guys are watching Eagles Talk, the number one Eagles coverage show on Facebook by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. You know you've been looking at my beautiful headshot over here for all program. Let me just explain to anybody that tuned in late. I'm not on camera because I have a skin condition that has flared up. My eczema has flared up. Eyes are all puffy and all that. I don't want you guys to see me looking like the creature from the Black Lagoon. I want you to see me looking like Wesley. So I put the picture up there. So I'm not going to scare you guys.
You do favor Wesley, man.
Yeah, so I'm not going to
No, you
scare
got
you guys.
you got the Ike Reese rod, man. You got the Ike Reese rod.
No.
All
All
right,
he's a young Wesley.
We're going to start the fourth quarter here.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
All right. So you are watching Eagles Talk, and we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. This week I am doing Crown Royale, which you can't see right now, but I am doing it. Believe me, because you hear me slur a couple times, you know I'm doing it. That's the proof. Okay, all right. So anyway, my co-hosts are partaking in the tequila. You guys have let me know what you are.
Wait. You gotta make sure you say it right. Terramana Tequila by
Tequila
Dwayne Johnson,
by
The Rock.
By The Rock.
Oh,
It's
by
actually
the Rock.
pretty good.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
all right. That's
It's
what's
The Rock.
up.
This is his. You know what I mean? He's trying to catch P Diddy.
Yeah,
All right. Well, that's
yeah. We
what's up.
gotta have this for the studio. It's actually
Yeah.
pretty dope.
Oh,
pretty good.
Speaking of that, they're opening up. We may be back in the studio. If not next week, definitely the week after. So that'll be good to be able to be in the same room with you guys again. And I don't know. I kind of got lazy. I kind of got used to being home, so I'm gonna have to make that long drive to Philly every Thursday. I'm not looking forward to that, but I am looking forward to having a crew on hand that can handle the production. I don't have to do as much, so that would be welcome. So look for that in the next couple weeks as they slowly start to open up the country again.
Yeah, man. Didn't we have an intern that started right when we closed?
Yeah, we had an intern.
We had an intern.
I think-
our final show in the studio, we had an intern came in. He was
man.
helpful too.
And he was
And
all right.
then-
He was sharp.
We had to shut down everything. So hopefully he comes back and helps us out. He was really good. Hey, let me go to some comments.
But we got to do the shots first.
Oh, that is a shot. Okay, all right. Yeah, let me count down shots. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. There you go. All right, so let me see what the people are talking about. Somebody says Adrian Killing has to make this team. Yeah, that was a running back that you forgot to mention there. I'm looking forward to seeing him too.
Can I talk about it real quick before you go to more comments?
All right, go ahead.
Hey, I like it. He has that speed. He has that breakaway speed. But at 5'8", 177 pounds, it's going to be very difficult for him to make the team. Now, he could make it as a specialist, as a kick returner, as a punt returner. If he offers that ability to be that breakaway guy in that particular part of the game, yes, I believe he can make it. Because we already got a 5'8" of running back, 5'6" running back in Boston Scott, but he's 203 pounds. He has the body for the pounding. Remember, Donnell Pumphrey was 5'8", 100 and some odd pounds. And
Pumphrey played hard during the playoffs.
but he
man.
playoffs. He didn't play playoffs. He didn't play no
He ain't
playoffs.
playing no playoffs.
Playoffs.
I'm sorry.
You had too much of this.
Yeah.
You had
I'm sorry.
too
All right,
much
he
of this.
said
Yeah, I
too
had
much.
too much tequila.
You know, and that's the thing about it. It's like at 5'8", 177, you're already against the wall with your height weight ratio. What can you offer to this team? And this time that the league is opening up, you know, he has to kill it from the time they say go into the roster cuts come around.
I agree with you.
I agree with that. Couple comments out there. Hassan,
Unless you got that
Alshon,
exceptional speed like him.
For president.
Alshon for president. Oh, Barry's
Is that
watching.
your son?
Welcome, Barry. Yeah, that's
I think
my
he's been
son.
drinking.
Yeah. Will Howie make a trade? I don't know. Somebody earlier said something about Clowney. Is Clowney going to accept the offer from the Eagles. What do you guys think about?
It's up in the air. He hasn't declined it. He hasn't accepted an offer from anybody else. So me being who I am, what I mean, thinking about this on the business aspect, why not? And I was talking to one of my guys that I played ball with, and we were talking about him coming into the locker room and playing against some guys that you didn't like, and they were kind of nasty, and then you want them wind up being on your team. Well, maybe the first few weeks of practice, you kind of, jive about that stuff, but actually you embrace them being on your team because you know their capabilities. So I think once he gets in there initially and he gets past the dirty hit stuff, I think he actually be an asset in the locker room because the guys will kind of gravitate to that because they know about his capabilities. And I'm saying that as a player, you know what I mean, and as somebody's observing the game that's going on today.
All right, the thing about Clowney, he's overvaluing his ability. All right, from what I heard today, he turned down a $20 million a year contract from the Cleveland Browns.
Wow.
If you look at the Cleveland Browns, they're an up and coming team in the AFC.
Yeah, they're young team.
And they're a young team. And you just $20 million. I go clean the floors a year. So if you turn that down, then he's either overvaluing his production, his value, I should say. But you know what? The thing about Clowney is, for what he has done since he's been in the league, he's been outplayed.
He's put up Pro Bowl.
Josh Sweat last year for the amount of same
numbers.
snaps, for the amount of same snaps as Clowney, Josh Sweat did much more. Josh Sweat did much more.
Josh Sweat is his stats are comparable to Clowney's
but
last
Josh
year.
Sweat's he's not double teamed every play. You got to understand.
No, he wasn't double teamed. Sometimes
this guy Clowney is demanding a double team every play.
Okay,
so it's a guard at a tackle, or it's a tackle and a tight end or a fullback coming to this guy every play.
Well, to be the devil advocate on this, because
I'm just telling you from the film.
From the film, if you look at the film, for the years that he's been here, he's going to be on his fourth team since he's been in this league.
Okay,
right? Well, it's 13. I'm sorry,
13
since he's been on his team. If he's been so outstanding, why when he was available last year, it took so long for him to sign? Why is he not signed to this day? Because underlying issue. When you go look at the tape, there are Albert Hainsworth, whatever his dude name,
Albert
Hainsworth, of qualities he has.
Yeah,
he has some of those qualities.
I agree with that.
That's dirty.
I agree with that.
Which is poor. He's not finishing the play. Yes, you might get double teamed. The next thing you know, he's staying on the side. The thing about being a outstanding player, it's not just because when you got blocked, you're out of the play. If you're out of the play, you go to the play. You try to make the play from behind. You're moving through the field. He's not doing that.
I have questions. I question his motor and I question his heart, so to speak. It just reminds me too much. That was a perfect comparison right there, Albert Hainsworth. Like, I just can't help but think, like, you sign this guy and that's it. That's all. That's all he's wanting is this big contract. And this probably be his last contract. This seems that way to me. I don't know. It just rubs me that way because I agree that he has underperformed for the number one overall pick in the draft. For a number one overall pick in the draft, I don't think he has lived up to all expectations. He shows glimpses at time, but again, I question his heart and his motivation. His motor is not high. If I could take Brandon Graham's spirit and put it in the Jadeveon Clowney's body, then I would sign this guy. I would give him $25 million a year. I would give him $25 million a year if I could take Brandon Graham's spirit and put it in his body and give him all that athletic ability. Right. But he just I'm just a little sour on him. With that being said, for the right price, I wouldn't mind bringing him in here. But I don't know if I'm giving him $25 million. Like you said, I think he's priced his way out.
He hasn't turned it down. He's turning it down.
I do want into some things about our draft picks that we have here. With Jalen Rager, and also K'Wan Wallace. In the media, Skip Bayless actually came at Jalen saying that watching so many good receivers drafted after the Eagles picked theirs. I still can't believe Philly went with Jalen Rager. Cowboys got CD. Eagles did not take Jefferson or not Ayuk or Higgins or Pittman or ... His mom came to his defense after Jalen posted that. He said he posted that as a reminder of how hard he still got to work to get respect in off his name in his league. And another thing, K'Wan Wallace, I like the kid already. He hasn't stepped foot on a practice field or did anything like that. He got a tattoo of an eagle on his back.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, so our draft picks are they are taking on to the team this far, so far. And it's surprising to see that because normally you don't see that from draft picks right away.
Right. I'm looking forward to seeing these guys come in, man. I don't know when that's going to be, when we're actually going to see them on the grass, but I think they need that grass time. We need that grass time.
Yeah.
To be ready for this upcoming season. Again, going into our upcoming year. This quarter's about to end, but coming into this upcoming year, we're the only team without a new coach, new system being put in. So I think we have a little advantage there. So I can't wait for us to get in here so the young guys can learn the system and get on board with everything's going on. The free agents, the Darius Slays, and the Hargraves and those guys can come in here. I'm
Robbie Coleman.
I'm looking so forward to this upcoming season here.
And that's the end of the quarter.
I want to say one thing before we end this quarter. We're talking about Clowney.
All right.
Everson Griffin is out there. Okay.
It is ended. So go ahead, make your comment.
As overtime, Everson Griffin is out there. He's been a very productive player in his career in Minnesota. He's disruptive. He gets to the quarterback, and he plays the run very well.
What's his tangibles? How tall is he?
His tangibles doesn't matter. He's been a All-Pro. He's been a Pro Bowl defensive end for the Minnesota Vikings. He's about 31. He's a free agent. If you don't get Clowney, this guy is a guy that can come into your rotation and be productive.
Okay.
And he's a leader on the field and off the field.
As a defensive coordinator, I like to always have a rotation of anywhere from 8 to 9 defensive linemen.
Well, you're not gonna have 8, 9 defensive because you're gonna have 7 wide receivers.
We had 8. The year we won the Super Bowl, we had 9 defensive linemen.
Yeah, but you're gonna have 7 wide receivers. So it's gonna be either 7 defensive linemen or 6 defensive linemen.
If grandmom's making the cake, right, and she leaves the recipe in a black and white notebook, you don't change the recipe.
That's true. But at the same time, who has that ability to do the same things that this guy did in that particular time?
All right.
Well, I don't know where he gets these analogies from, but that was a good one there. All right, guys. We thank you guys so much for tuning in to Eagles Talk, man. We enjoy coming to you guys every week.
Love you, man.
We will be back next week. I think we'll be in the same format, and the following week we'll definitely be in the studio. Thank you, everybody. Be safe out there. Protect yourselves and your family by making smart decisions while you're out there doing this pandemic. I know they're opening up everything, but everybody don't rush to the bar, you know what I'm saying, and have to stand in close proximity with people because there is no cure out here. There is no cure out here. And you go out there, I've been seeing pictures all around the nation of when they opened up and people are all jammed in there like nothing's out there. Like, yo, there is something out there. And unless you've had it personally affect you, maybe you're not taking it seriously. But I have known people that had it and have died from it. So I just want you guys to be safe out there. We're going to see you guys next week, man. I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight. For my co-hosts, the Sandlin Boys, Shell and Pat. We'll see you guys next week. We're out. Peace.
Peace.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up, crack that fool. Quarterback whack, yo, sack that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. we bleed green is from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat Shell and Dante the Dark Child. Drop the stats on 'em.